week's end.
Cracking, but we're here, man. We're at this week's end. I'm so happy you're here to join me again. Last week we did the best of 1985, the year that you were born. That was a great tier list. We had a lot of fun with that. And today we're
had a
rocking and
couple of good
rolling.
S tier on that one.
Oh, yeah, man.
Back to the Future, Mario.
Back to the Future, Super Mario Brothers, Golden Axe made S tier. Goonies made S tier. I wish Goonies made it way higher up on the list. That ended up at the back of S tier, but that was a fun old list. But this week, brother man, we're doing the year I was born. We're going 1986, the best of TV shows, movies, and games that year. Not everything, admittedly, Comment down below if you happen to see something that maybe we missed that was one of your favorites from 1986. Please let me know. I pulled from like a bunch of best lists and some things that mean a lot to me and you. And genuinely, last week when I was putting together the other list, I really thought 1985 was an incredible year. I'm like, there's no way 1986 is going to top this. I was wrong, brother man. I really think 1986 was a stellar year for entertainment. We got some cool stuff to throw up there. You ready? You ready to rock and roll the tier list?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's pull this up, bro. All right. So we got the best of 1985 rocking and rolling over here. So, 1986, 1985 was last week. Go check out our video up on YouTube. It's probably still the uncut video is probably up on Twitch still. Go check that out if you like. But so this is rocking and rolling our 1986 tier list, the year I was born, a long time ago. Last year, the Mets won the World Series. Probably never going to do it again until I die. But this is rocking and rolling right here. 86 was the last time they won, bro.
Didn't the Giants win in 86 too?
I had no idea. Have the Giants won the Super Bowl in 1986?
Let's see. That'd be great. That'd be a big one right there. I think so. I think that was the second
Super Bowl 1986 winner. That's it. Chicago Bears.
Bears.
The Bears. The Bears. But this is the best of 1986. I'm not going to read them all out. We'll go through them one at a time, see how we feel about each individual one. These are all placed at random. I threw them down there, scrambled them all up, so none of them are placed there. Let us know how you feel, what you think, where we got to place these, brother. We're going to start off with honestly a little bit of a somber one, considering more recent events in the news. This is Stand By Me, directed by Rob Reiner, who just recently passed away under some tragic events. We're not even going to talk about that. We're going to try to judge this movie right off the basis of itself. Joaquin Phoenix's brother, River Phoenix, tragically also passed away at a young age. Corey Feldman, Will Wheaton, Jerry O'Connell. I love this movie, based on Stephen King's short story, The Body, about a bunch of kids who set off on a little adventure to go look at a dead body. Kiefer Sutherland plays the bad guy protagonist of the movie. You're giving me all eyebrows, so if you've never seen Stand By Me?
Is that the one where Macaulay Culkin dies?
No. Macaulay Culkin died. My Girl? But that was probably a 90s movie. No, this is the one with the four little kids where they set off to go find a dead body, the dead body of a little kid who died by a set of train tracks.
No,
to Stephen King. You've never seen Stand By Me? That's sad, brother, man. Stand By Me is a great movie. I love this movie. This is an absolute classic. If it was up to me, this is going to go in an A tier category, but you've never seen it. Like, you tell me if you're comfortable with trusting me to throw that up in A, or if you want to put that, you want to argue me with
one right into A tier.
Dude, I didn't judge where they got dropped. It's just, it happened to be the luck of the
Irish.
Really?
So what you're telling me versus all right. It's maneuverable. Let's see if
it is
better than watching
there's nothing up there yet.
Like if you said something.
Gosh.
All right.
Stand By Me, brother man, is an absolute
Let's do it.
S tier category. It truly is. But all righty. Friday the 13th, part 6.
What's that? Jason Takes Manhattan?
No, I think it's like Jason Lives, right?
Jason Lives. Oh, this is the one. That's actually pretty good though. That's actually not too bad. That's what's his name puts in the grave with the
Well,
the lightning hits it, reanimates the corpse of Jason.
I tell you, for me personally, they all became a blur after the past few years. You know, like I haven't really rewatched the Friday the 13th series that much.
That's not a bad one. That's where Zombie Jason kind of starts really taking full form, right?
Right. Tommy Jarvis comes in, stabs, like you said. The lightning hits it, and then I'm going to relinquish completely to you where you feel like this belongs. You throwing that in C category for now?
Yeah.
And we can rearrange and we can figure things out later if we want to move some stuff around, but we're going to throw Friday the 13th Part 6 down in C tier. Okay. Pretty in Pink, John Hughes, 1986. Molly Ringwald, the guy from Three and a Half Men, the dude from Weekend at Bernie's. I don't remember their names too well. This is a classic John Hughes movie from 1986. I do believe there's another John Hughes movie on this list somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, which I think I like a little bit. Oh, yes, there is. And I like that movie a heck of a lot better than this one. So I am actually not going to fight for this movie to be too high. I'm not going to throw it in an F tier or a D tier, but I'll throw this in a C tier category.
Yeah, we could throw it in C tier behind. Probably. I don't know, behind Jason for now.
Just throw behind Jason for now?
Throw behind Jason.
Oh, it's not that it was
it's a John Hughes movie.
It's a John Hughes movie. Hey, listen, I fought for the Breakfast Club last week. I put that really high. I like John Hughes. I'm a huge fan of John Hughes, brother. Yeah. But we're gonna stick that one at the back of C tier for now. That I'm sure there's stuff that's gonna go behind that. All right. The Legend of Zelda. The classic, the NES classic, came out in 1986. Now, obviously, I didn't play this the year I was born, but when I was old enough to actually start playing video games,
besides Nintendo, that's the only other game I've ever played.
Besides Nintendo?
Not besides Nintendo, besides Mario.
Besides Mario, Zelda
I think probably the third game I ever got was Zelda.
The
gold cartridge.
The gold cartridge always stood out more.
That first intro, it's
now admittedly A Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda from that era. Is A Link to the Past. But playing this for the first time, going into that cave, getting your sword.
I don't honestly, the gold is not just going to stay in. I don't see a single thing on here passing Zelda.
No! I see a few.
Nothing's gonna pass Zelda. No way.
We might talk about that.
I will contest every single thing on that list. That none of that has a bigger cultural impact than Zelda. No way.
Ooh, brother, man, I see one. I see one that I will argue.
Not above Zelda. Maybe behind Zelda.
Not above Zelda.
Yeah,
all right, we're gonna try to keep. We didn't explain it in this episode, but we definitely have a rule system where we try to keep it to a single S tier to our own liking if we're going to argue to the other one. But if it's a unanimous decision and we do agree, we'll still throw it up in S tier. Maybe we'll get a veto here and there depending on how we feel. But obviously, there's no contesting at this moment that Zelda is absolutely S tier. So great spot, great game, fantastic. Short Circuit, my friend, part 1, the adventure of Johnny Five, the robot that gets struck by lightning. Johnny Five, I'm alive.
It was kind of sad when those two guys beat him up and they're smashing Johnny Five all over the place. And he's like, why are you attacking me? And they're just like bashing him with crowbars and stuff.
I don't know if this is such a popular movie. I never really hear this talked about too much. I love Short Circuit. I even like the sequel, which is not a good movie whatsoever. But The Adventure of Johnny Five, the whole idea of a weapon turning into a
friendly robot.
Yeah. A loving, thing that is he alive? Does he have a soul? Is it just a short circuit programming?
That was the whole thing of Johnny
I
Five.
really love the story of Johnny Five. It's not an A tier movie by any means, but I'm saying a B tier.
Yeah, I was thinking B too.
And I think it'll be I don't know if it'll be at the top of B, but I think it'll climb high. I like Short Circuit. All right. Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield, where he plays like an older rich guy who goes back to college. You never saw
Never
Back
saw
to
it.
School?
I wasn't a Ronnie
Dude.
Dangerfield guy.
No, I got no respect. You're not a Ronnie Dangerfield fan. Come on, brother. I love Ronnie.
I liked
Ronnie's
him, but I didn't watch
fantastic.
his movies, especially at that time. Even the early '90s was no.
I watched this movie a lot as a kid, so it just has a lot of nostalgia for me. So
I'm gonna
obviously,
give that ball
I'm not
in your
gonna
court.
I'm not going to aim this to be in an A tier category by any means, but this is a good B movie. This is a fantastic movie.
You're gonna
This is
watch that.
fantastic.
You'll watch Ronnie Dangerfield over Jason and Pretty in Pink.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Will I watch Back to School over these two? Yes, I would. Of course. Yeah. I don't think it's a C is somewhere where it's like a background. This is something I'm paying attention to. I will sit down and actually watch. I think this is a fantastic movie.
Okay.
I'm going to throw this right now in the back of B tier.
Throw it.
I think that's it.
Bad.
I think that sits comfortably right there for now. All right. Brother man, Armed and Dangerous, John Candy, Eugene Lovett. They got the dad from American Pie. They play like two failed cops who become like security guards who like they try to like figure out how he became a failed cop. Never saw Armed and Dangerous.
No, never saw Armed and Dangerous, bro.
This is unfortunately on John Candy's slope that a lot of people said that he had towards the end of his career, where he started making a lot of clinkers. I'm not the biggest fan of. I watched this movie as a bunch as a kid.
Back of C, maybe D. I don't know. D tier movie.
I'm gonna put that in front of Pretty in Pink. I'm not gonna disgrace John Candy that low. But it's obviously not one of my favorite of the John Candys, but it's watchable. I'll say that. There's a couple of weird moments in that movie, but it's watchable. All right. Castlevania, 1986, the OG Castlevania. Simon's Quest was the one that I remember more.
Everybody remembers Simon Quest. Simon Quest was the most annoyingest of annoying. It was actually the best one was Castlevania 3, where the whip
Symphony
had
of
more
the
physics. Night? Yeah, so I'm not sure it was Symphony of the Night, but I think it was the third one that really started to. I like Castlevania 1, but it was definitely not my S tier movie. S tier game, if I was going to put it in. Like if it was the game, this is sometimes I'd hand it to Dad and be like, all right, Dad, you can kind of take over on that one. Some levels were really tedious, and Simon's Quest got beyond the word tedious. Like
I never beat any of them as a kid. Yeah, hard. I owned them all. They didn't beat any of them as a kid.
But it's Castlevania, so I would put it maybe right now in the back of A. I probably would rather play Castlevania than watch one of those two movies in B tier or C tier.
All right, yeah, no, I'm happy with that. No, that's a good call.
Castlevania is, again, this is all Nintendo classics, man. Like, I mean, that's already two big ones. Let's see what we got here.
All right, brother man. Do you remember Johnny's Quest? This was a show on Cartoon Network.
Johnny.
Yes. Now, I remember watching this a lot as a kid.
It was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, none of it really retained. I remember little bits and pieces, but honestly, this one didn't stick with me. Growing up, I see some things on it, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember Johnny Quest, but it really just didn't stick with me. You tell me your feelings on this one.
Kind of the same situation. Johnny Boy, we're gonna have to put you down to like C tier, man. Also, probably in the back of C tier. Yeah, that might be controversial. Probably everything is gonna be like MacGyver. Most things in C tier are gonna be better than Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink is like close to borderline D tier, but we're being nice about it.
Yeah, we'll drop it. I don't have any affinity for that one. We'll say goodbye. We'll say goodbye for that for now. All right. Well, last week on 1985 list, we had Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where he was on the search for his bike. And then I guess the show launched the very, very next year in 1986 with Pee-wee's Playhouse. I watched a lot of Pee-wee's Playhouse when I was a kid. All the talking furniture, the genie's head in the box. I always had a soft spot in my heart for Pee Wee. I always found him to be very, very funny, even as an adult going
Did
to
you
watch like the newer stuff.
Did you watch the Pee Wee Herman show when you were a kid? I know I didn't.
Well, that's what this is. This is the Pee Wee. This is the show. This is Pee Wee's Playhouse. So this is the show.
Pee Wee definitely didn't
No?
watch no Pee Wee Playhouse. No.
I like Pee Wee, so I'm gonna put him. Where do we put
Pee Wee? I'm about to say put Pee Wee Herman in front of Pretty in Pink.
No, he don't deserve D. He don't deserve the D. He don't deserve the D.
Oh, okay, fine.
He don't deserve the D. All right. Matlock. You hear a lot about Matlock. Never watched a single episode. Is that the theme song?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Right. Never watched a single episode. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's gonna go behind Pretty.
He was on every top list I saw of 1986's.
I'm sure there's gonna be somebody like, dude, Matlock is amazing, but I don't think so.
I have no idea.
No, that would have been MASH. I was thinking.
Oh, MASH was a great show, yeah. But Matlock. Sorry, buddy, but you're going back there. Don't know anything about you. Apologies all around. Comment down below. All tell us why you all love Matlock, but don't know why. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Brother man, 1986 was the year that Dragon Ball graced the earth. Now, this is the original Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
so this is
that's
Goku
when I got
into
into Dragon Ball, and the whole thing was way later. It was under
With
Dragon
Z?
Ball Z. Yeah.
I watched Dragon Ball because this was all they started showing this on Cartoon Network when I was a kid.
It was the reruns.
It was the reruns. So yeah. But I definitely watched Dragon Ball. This is the adventure that started it all. Goku fighting Piccolo and that whole arc, meeting Bulma, meeting Master Roshi, Krillin, the first tournament, the poke. I love everything Dragon Ball. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z is where the show took off, and that's just But I mean, come on, brother man.
Where are you gonna put it? Where you want to put it? Where are you gonna put it?
Top of A. Top of A.
Yeah.
Top of A.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball started like one of the greatest series ever. It had a lot of inspirations, obviously, from Superman, with the alien crash landing on Earth, being the superpowered foe that fights for us. Goku, I know a lot of people say he's a dull character. I love Goku. Vegeta's my man. I love Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans. The Dragon Ball, top of A. I'm happy putting it there. The Golden Child, Eddie Murphy's 1986 The Golden Child. Please tell me you saw this one. I want the knife. This movie is
classic Eddie Murphy.
It's classic Eddie Murphy. It's funny. On a search for this, you're trying to save this kid from this demonic creature that at the end of the movie, that claymation that they break out. Totally weird movie. That whole sequence when he actually has to try to get the knife, going to Tibet. Now, I love The Golden Child. This is one of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies. This one holds a good place in my heart. Obviously,
I'm thinking top of B tier.
Top of B tier. Yeah.
You can watch it over most of those.
I love The Golden Child. Obviously, it doesn't have the same replayability as like Beverly Hills Cop. But I love The Golden Child. All right, dude. Metroid. Now, as a kid, I could never get a hang of Metroid.
It was hard.
Like just the
mechanics were hard.
I was always used to you just had to run in one direction, and the whole vertical aspect of it going back to areas. So truthfully, I didn't play a ton of Metroid as a kid. I ended up going back to a lot of it as I got older. But just the franchise of Metroid, we're gonna get blasted. I don't really go crazy for this game that much. I appreciate it for what it is. The surprise of Samus being a girl. You tell me. You're the dad gamer here. What do you feel about Metroid? The Back of B.
Yeah. No, you think it was? You think? Okay, well, yes, not the back of B. Of course, we'll go above. What's his name?
Yeah, no, Ronnie Dangerfield behind Metroid, just for we'll get blasted out.
I got no respect.
People love Metroid. I appreciate the franchise for what it is. Samus is a great character. We ranked her very, very high in our femme fatale list of classic video game characters.
86.
Yeah, buddy.
People would beat her out with that one.
All right, Alf.
Alf, another show I did not watch as a kid. Did not like it.
It creeped me out.
Yeah,
Alf
not a
used
fan
to
of
creep
Alf.
me out, and I
What
like
is the point of this guy? I didn't understand the whole thing.
The
Dealing with
alien. He's a
adults.
weird
Yeah.
alien. I never understood it, brother. And I was a Muppets fan. I loved the Muppet Show, but I didn't like Alf.
Front of D tier.
Oh, front of D.
Yeah.
You want to put him in front of
Pretty in Pink? Yeah, maybe behind Pretty in Pink, and then
I don't like.
No,
Alf.
get rid of the other guy. Yeah, put that. There you go. Alf behind. There you go. Yeah, like that. I can't look for now. Decent. Yeah, you go. It can be easily switched up. Easily switched up right there.
I'm not a fan, so you're
Bye,
stuck
Alf.
at the back.
Poop.
The real Ghostbusters cartoon.
Now this-
real.
I did remember. I don't know if this was the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Was there only one Ghostbusters cartoon?
There was a Ghostbusters cartoon that had nothing to do with the movie that they were making for the
because
Dan
I saw
Aykroyd,
the
Bill
one.
Murray.
I saw the one that was
That's this one.
actually for. Okay, I actually
That's
like
why.
that one.
That's why they had to call it the real Ghostbusters.
And not only
'cause
did I
there
like
was
that
already
one,
a show
but I
called
bought
Ghostbusters.
a lot of the toys, and I dressed up as Egon with the blonde hair with the whole look.
That's
from
this
the
one.
game.
Yeah.
Yes. So this one I actually really like. I went Halloween as a kid. I had the Ecto Pack. I had the whole thing on my back. I was a huge Ghostbusters fan from the movie.
I love the
And
Ghostbusters.
And then when the cartoon came out, I had a lot of the toys. The guy with the eyes that would pop out and all the fun toys that they came out with later on. I put down for me, it's the back of A.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. This movie is absolutely that show is absolutely fantastic. Like you said, the toys.
The
were
toy line was ridiculous.
Funnest part.
Yeah, they were
Slimer,
ridiculous.
I remember more from this
Yes.
show than I do
Yes.
actually from the movie.
Because the first movie he was not really in that much.
No, he's in the
Nothing.
one dining room
Yeah,
scene.
that's it.
Yeah.
So
And then obviously in part 2, he has the fun ending
A
with
little
Rick
bit more, yeah.
Moranis, but
no,
yeah.
the cartoon had him as a main character and who followed them around and went through missions with them in a sense. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he was a part of the crew. All right. Karate Kid Part Dos. Karate Kid 2. Now, I love the original Karate Kid. It's one of the Daniel-san and Mr. Miyagi, their adventure
Mr.
going
Miyagi's
through.
son.
The whole
But then after
tournament at the
watching a
end,
lot of stuff, was he actually the bad guy?
let me tell
Was
you,
he
is a
actually-
prick.
Was he
He's a
actually the
prick.
villain? Was Karate Kid the villain? Is he actually the good guy in Karate Kid? or the
Daniel
bad guy?
LaRusso was an instigator. These dudes were in the bathroom during Halloween partaking in some extracurricular activities.
They just wanted to have
And,
some fun and light up and
That's
party,
it.
man.
That's it.
Do
And you know what?
karate.
He's got to come in and start
Cobra
pouring water
Kai
on
all day,
people.
man.
He was hitting on the guy's girl. Like,
He was.
come on, man. I never watched Cobra Kai. I hear a lot of good things. I heard they dropped the ball towards the end,
Yeah,
as
like
everything tends to
everything.
happen. But this is the sequel, brother, where he goes to Japan and he has that whole member where they turn the things and the yeah.
That one was decent, but this is like somewhere in C.
Where we're putting it's got to be pretty high up in C though.
Yeah, we could put it somewhere in there. Like, would I want to watch it over Jason? Now, that Jason's a good movie. That's actually really not a bad Halloween. If I have to watch it,
No.
like, all right, I'll watch that, Jason.
Yeah, that's pretty enjoyable. All right, bro. Bubble Bobble.
Bobble.
I really, really like Bubble
I
Bobble. This
played
was one of my
the heck out of it.
favorite.
Even
yeah,
my family played that. My mom and dad used to play. My uncles played Bubble Bobble. They because it was just something about having to aim those things.
I remember the arcade game, the Skinny Cab, where and yeah, dude, I really like Bubble Bobble. This is just a fun game, keeps you sharp, especially as things start moving quicker, kind of the whole Tetris thing, but backwards, coming downwards at you. I really, really like Bubble Bobble. I think this is an A tier category. I'm not going to stick it above any of those other ones, but I really like Bubble Bobble. We're sticking that up in A.
Yeah, definitely.
Keep that comfortably there.
Yep.
All right. 1986 was the home year of Cobra. Sylvester Stallone. A couple weeks ago, we did our Sly Stallone tier list.
Blown.
Ooh, go check out that video, everybody. You'll be surprised what's on the top of those tier lists. But we had fun calling out.
Yeah, battle for something on that one.
But we listen. All right.
What was the better movie, brother?
All right, but Cobra. Let's be honest with each other. Come on, can we be honest? Can we just kick back and be honest? I'm not the biggest fan of Cobra. It's the one that just never sticks in my head. Way
not
overshadowed.
Scenes, maybe the beginning intro when you first see him in the whatchamacallit. It's like a little deli. And beats up the guys, I think, or shoots them. I could be actually just making
overshadowed by Commando.
Dude's overshadowed by a lot of things. But in this list of stuff that we have here, would I rather watch Cobra than Friday the 13th? Or would I rather watch Cobra than what's his name up there on B tier? Like, would I rather watch Cobra than that? Like,
I would rather watch Back to School.
Then Cobra?
Me, yes.
All right.
I would rather watch
would you rather watch Jason
than Cobra?
Yeah.
Me personally?
Yeah, it's a tough one, I know.
Yeah, kinda.
All right, we'll put Cobra somewhere in S. Like, where do we put him in S? Not S. C. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we could put like him. Yeah, that's about right.
I'd rather watch that than the Karate Kid Part 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
at least there's action in Cobra.
Right. Little Shop of Horrors. I love Little Shop of Horrors. Rick Moranis finds that little plant that eats during the clip.
Feed me, Seymour.
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me out.
Funny, Rick Moranis and that other guy, what's his name, who played the dentist, they have a few movies together.
Rick Moranis and Steve Martin. What
Steve Martin. No, yes, they do. They have another one.
That's Steve Martin.
Yeah, Steve Martin and Rick Moranis have another movie where they play like two detectives or something like that. Look it up.
They're in My Blue Heaven.
Yeah,
they're on My Blue Heaven, where
Steve
Martin is a gangster in witness protection.
Yes.
Rick Moranis is the FBI agent. You're right. My bad. Good call, Top. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, that's actually jokingly like an unofficial sequel to Goodfellas. So that's like the Henry Hill character after Goodfellas, and he's just stuck in suburbia. Is My Blue Heaven worth a watch?
My Blue Heaven, I'll watch. We were looking for a good comedy yesterday.
It's a cute movie. It's not like gut wrenching funny or anything, but Steve Martin, I love. I love Rick Moranis. I love this movie. I can recite and sing every word in this movie. The dentist song. The only song that I always skip is the song that she sings about Seymour. I can't stand that woman's voice, but I love Little Shop of Horrors. This is one of my absolute favorite movies ever.
But are you going to put it above Metroid or Short Circuit?
Yes.
Top of B?
No, for me, it's an S tier ranking. Completely. No. A tier. A tier ranking. It's a complete A tier. My apologies.
You don't think the top of B? I
only see two things I might contest for S. But oh man, I'm getting all jumbled. But no, for me, this is an absolute A tier ranking. I would put this right behind Dragon Ball. That's how much I love this movie. You tell me how high on A you feel comfortable with me putting
better than Bobble Bobble, Ghostbusters, Castlevania.
Me, yes. But again, I'm just going to allow you to place it as high as you will let me. If that's as high as you will let me, I'll leave it at the back of A. but I love Little Shop of Horrors. I will leave it at the back of A. Thank you for letting me put it up there. I love Little Shop of Horrors.
Put it at the front of B, maybe. That would have been
love Little Shop of Horrors. I will concede to you because I won't be that greedy. But I love that movie, y'all. Comment down below if you love Little Shop of Horrors. What's your favorite scene in that movie? My favorite scene is the feed me moment where they have the whole big breakout feed. They had to film that. They filmed that entire movie with a puppet, and they film it in slow kind of motion. Not that they film it, they act it out in a slower motion, and then they speed it up in post. That's how they're able to make that mouth move so fluently. I adore that movie. Love it so much. That is going at the top of our B tier for now. The Three Amigos.
Brother.
Just talking about Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Martin Short. I love this movie. It is hysterical. Three actors who this is like in the old the 50s, I think the movie takes place in.
Yes, something like that.
It's all black and white movies, and somebody in Mexico mistakenly thinks that they were actually a real like trio of outlaw, the people who will like take out outlaws. They reach out to them. They come thinking that it's a gig. So the whole scene in the parlor when they first get there.
Remember, they were told by the Germans that you're going to expect three interesting, weird-looking individuals. Remember, so when they first walked in, they thought those were the original guys. Then the actual three Germans come in, and then they start shooting up the place later on. But they realize, oh, these three gringos, they're dressed as weird Mexican guys. Like, okay, this has to be them.
I love it. It's one of the funniest movie ever. It has great moments where they're all like dying of thirst in the desert, and then Chevy Chase is chugging the cantina, and Martin Short just has a mouthful of sand. I love this movie. I would put this above. Again, how high are you willing to let me go with this one?
I'd say I could put Three Amigos in A tier.
Back of A?
Yeah, I'd rather watch it than Little House on Horrors.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I would have put this above Little Shop of Horrors. Are we climbing it up any further?
For me, it's hard to beat the video games and the cartoons because I didn't watch Three Amigos at that time. Even within 10 years, let's say from 1986 to 1996, I still didn't watch Three Amigos, right? What was a bigger impact on my life between those years? Yeah. So now it's kind of hard. I could say, like, yeah, you could probably put Three Amigos now maybe all the way up to Dragon Ball, right? Even we're somewhere around there. But the gamer side of me is like, what would I rather have been doing? Like if somebody sat me down, even at 10 or 12 years old, and was watch Three Amigos, I'd be like, I'd rather watch Bobble Bobble. I'd rather play Bobble Bobble.
All right.
So that's a tough one. We'll see. We'll leave it for now. We'll
keep that at the back of A. I'm happy with it in A tier. All right, bro. Crocodile Dundee. Oi.
Knife. I love Croc, man.
That's a knife.
Believe it or not, I really enjoy his movies.
Paul Hogan?
I like him. I find him funny. But again, at the time where he came out, no, I didn't like his movies.
No, you didn't.
As
like
a young man,
Crocodile Dundee. I liked it when he went to New York.
8, 9, 10, 12. I was probably not caring too much about Crocodile Dundee. Later on, I liked him. So much so that I would put him personally. It would be like I would rather watch it than Little House on the Horrors. I might even say watching Crocodile Dundee even would watch it over the Three Amigos.
Ooh,
that's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd throw the Dundee,
but at least a top of A. I mean, top of B. At least the top of B. I'd rather watch it than Little House on Horrors. I'd rather watch the Croc.
Crocodile Dundee takes the top of the B tier category. All right. Labyrinth, 1986 Labyrinth, starring David Bowie, Jennifer Connelly. I adore this movie. Jim Henson's puppets. I loved it. This movie almost borderline scared me as a kid.
Yes, it had such a
the whole scene with the mouths, that when she was falling down the thing and the mouths were talking to her. That scene always messed with me as a kid.
With the hands, yes.
The hands, yep. Yeah, making
creepily
the faces.
groping on her. Yeah, that was Labyrinth.
And him with the balls and
that's David Bowie.
Voodoo. I love this movie so much, actually. This is high praises for me. I would even like sneak this above Stand By Me at close to the top of A. You tell me how you feel about Labyrinth, bro.
Yeah, I can see it. I would definitely watch it over Stand By Me. And even at the time as a kid watching that movie blew my mind.
There was nothing
that looked like that at the time. Maybe a few movies like Legend. There was another movie.
Same. Oh, well, yeah. Dark Crystal.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of those movies that came out around that time that was doing that Tim Burton, not Tim Burton-esque.
Jim Henson.
A puppet guy. Jim Henson style stuff. Yeah. Labyrinth's going up there pretty good.
All right. This one is all your camp right here. I'm not a Star Trek guy. I was always a Star Wars guy. I've never been a Star Trek guy. I know you tried a lot with me with New Generations. I've sat and watched a bunch of episodes. I can appreciate it for what it is. Just it never gripped me. This is Star Trek 4. I'm going to leave this completely in your court. How did you feel, first of all, about the old? Because, well, first of all, tell everybody, like, you know.
Well, I was the Next Generation guy. I never liked the Kirk thing, right? Like, I never watched the original. I didn't like any of the original movies. Like, I wasn't really. I started watching it after, Patrick Stewart's character got in there.
All right.
Jean-Luc Picard and, all of those guys and. Counselor Troy
and Data,
Counselor Troy and those characters, Worf. Yeah, that's where I started getting into Star Trek. Was the Next Generation. That was my late night sleep time. Threw on Star Trek, and that was what I. This is the old crew.
I will leave this in your court.
Out of respect, I'd probably put it above Jason. I'd pay top of C tier.
All right. If that's where you want it, brother.
I'd rather watch that Star Trek movie because at least the acting was very good. I can appreciate it more now that I'm more into Star Trek. But yeah, I'll put it on the top of C tier. That could definitely people probably would be like, "You're crazy, man." That was but I was a Next Generation guy, so.
And I'm conceding the top. I'm just not a Star Trek fan. I tried a few times. I didn't like the J.J. Abrams movies. I thought they were absolutely. The first one was admittedly a candy fest. You were able to watch it, but I didn't really love them. So I'll concede to you. We'll leave that at the top of C tier for now.
Yeah.
Highlander, there can be only one.
The original movie?
The original Highlander came out in 1986.
You know what's going to be controversial? I really love Highlander. I love the
Why is that controversial?
Because I'm about to throw him up pretty far right now. I
like Highlander.
How far you willing to play? And I'll let you know where I was.
Hey, you let me get away with Murder, with Stand By Me, and a few other things.
Out of all right now, if I had to say what movie would throw on out of all the movies that are right now on the list, I would put this like the back of S. This is for me, Highlander's S tier. Yeah. That villain, what's his name? The bald guy there with the whole biker look, like that movie
and the whole sequence with Sean Connery.
It was something else. It's an action flick. There's a lot going on. There's nothing I would be like, hey, if I had to put something on right now, I would rather watch Highlander. Even over Three Amigos is a funny, right? But Highlander I don't know. That's a tough one. If you think I'll concede over Dragon Ball. Definitely over Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah, Highlander 1 definitely over Dragon Ball. Highlander 1 at the time. Imagine the time that it came out.
Series of the best of the year.
I know,
of the best of that
86, dude. I bet you Highlander did pretty well in theaters.
I'm seeing at least one thing that's going to be above this.
Yes.
There's one thing that's going to be above this.
There might be a few that might be above it.
Are we going to have that? There might. So if there's going to be a few.
I'll put it at top of A. I would put it even at the top of A. If you don't want to give me S, I'll take somewhere in
I'll give it to you because I'm actually not disagreeing with you. I love this movie, but I do see others that
maybe there might be one or two.
On the last list, we had a bunch in S tier in the last list. So it's not like I'm trying to keep it just to two.
Yeah, There's some things that are just that worth watching over most other things.
That's a great movie. We'll keep that up in S for now. All right.
Yeah.
Manhunter. This is the first appearance on screen of Hannibal Lecter. Eventually, they actually remade this movie, and it became Red Dragon in the modern day. But this is the original Manhunter. First time the guy was trying to go after a serial killer, goes for Hannibal Lecter for help. Played by a different actor, not Anthony Hopkins. First portrayal of Hannibal Lecter was not played by Anthony Hopkins. I really like this movie. This
is your court. I don't know.
I really like this movie. I really like Red Dragon, Edward Norton. Like when they redid the attempt at this.
Yes.
This is more of an 80s style movie, lower budget. I do enjoy this movie though. I would definitely put this above Cobra.
Do it. Yeah, I'll give it to you in your court on this one.
Yeah, I would put it above Cobra. All right. That makes me happy. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, another John Hughes movie. I love this movie so much. Matthew Broderick goes on his crazy adventure after faking a sick day from his parents. I love this movie. The shenanigans that they get into across Chicago from going to...
There were some great sayings in there. Makes you it's a nostalgia fest.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't slow down every once in a while, you could miss it. In the whole ending sequence, you're still here. He was the first time to ever break the fourth wall. Not the first time, but a character who broke the fourth wall, talked to the audience. I love this movie. This is pure nostalgia for me. Even as a kid, this is the movie that made me fall in love with the Beatles for the first time because of the song Twist and Shout that they sing during the parade sequence. I love this movie so much. So there's one movie that I don't think I have to fight you for S tier that I know is going to be up in S tier.
Of course.
Right. This is the only other movie that I might argue would be another S tier movie. I love Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You tell me how you feel about it.
Would I watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off compared to watch like Labyrinth, right?
That would be the baseline.
That's the baseline, right?
Yeah. Because Dragon Ball's respect. I don't know if anything is going to go above that.
Out of that. Do I rather watch? That's a tough one, man. I don't know. I like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but it's not like my one creme de la creme of. Where would you want to put it? You feel somewhere on S, you said, and you want to put it in A. If you want to put it above Labyrinth, I can give you that.
I'll
put
it
tough one. Because at the time that movie came out, again, like even 10 years later, I was a 10-year-old kid. Was I really understanding Ferris Bueller's Day Out, 1996? Right, or 11 years old. Did you remember?
I watched that movie as a young kid, and then as an adult, you notice the other little jokes and tidbits that are in the movie. Yes. I'll leave it behind Labyrinth out of respect for Labyrinth and what Labyrinth did for the movie that is. I will leave that there. I do see a few others that will probably topple this. Top Gun, the OG, Tom Cruise. I love this movie.
Maverick,
this pure Americana.
Iceman.
Maverick, Goose, Iceman.
Okay.
Love this movie so much. Pure full throttle all the way. Love this movie. This obviously the whole scene, spoiler, the whole scene with Goose. And you know what? The sequel itself to recapture that magic all these years later, where every other movie that ever tried to do it was terrible. Loved it.
They had soundtracks, remember, back in those times. Actual songs made for the movies.
Highway to the danger zone.
Come on, man. You put that in the car when you're driving. You feel like you're flying. You feel like you're like there with Goose and Maverick, man.
Oh, I love this movie. Love this movie. And this is, I don't know how you don't argue this doesn't go above Highlander. How do you not? This is what I meant before when you said this. Yeah,
because Highlander
you're
is
sitting
there.
You're like, you know what? I need to feel The
I know.
steel. I need to feel the wind in my
hair.
beard.
No, I know. Trust me. No, I get what you're saying. Is Top Gun above Highlander? Now that is the ultimate.
Gets
that is
my
the
vote.
Ultimate.
You have
The
to be
ultimate-
comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's. I'm trying to really justify scenes and emotions, like what.
You don't have no emotional scene in Highlander like you have.
No,
with
but
Bruce
it's just
dying.
it's no. But there's a. I remember watching Highlander.
Maverick
like,
getting
this was
chewed
dark.
out by. Oh.
No, but there was a darkness to Highlander. That first movie is dark. It's gritty. It's ugly, right? Like but it's also montage, and I put Rocky 4 because of montages. So yes, it will go above Highlander. Yes, I will take it above Highlander because the montage.
All right.
wins.
The montage always wins.
Always
You're
wins.
gonna need a montage. Montage. You always need a montage.
Squeeze my hand.
All right, brother man. You ready for this one? Big Trouble, Little China. Kurt Russell, funny, weird, trippy movie.
Okay,
Shout
Big
out
Trouble
to our
Little
boys,
China.
Bronze
Big Trouble
Dealer.
Little
He's the one
China.
who showed me this.
Okay, I didn't know Big Trouble Little China came out that time. Now here's the thing. I love Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, I love this movie.
I'll put it.
Absolutely.
It is so good. I swear, I didn't even realize we had it. I'm willing to put Big Trouble Little China
Above Highlander.
above Highlander. Yes.
Yeah,
And
I love
it's
this
honestly
movie.
Big Trouble Little China.
It's a trip. It's a brain trip of a movie.
I can almost justify putting even above Top Gun. It is the more fun, watching movie to watch than like right now. If somebody said, "What would you rather watch? Would you rather watch Top Gun, or would you rather watch Big Trouble in Little China?" I think you could just throw in Big Trouble in Little China way easier on any mood than you can Top Gun. But Top Gun has the montages, and Top Gun has all of that happening, and the love, romance, and all that. But the other one has Kurt Russell in a mullet, right? And Chinese guys blowing themselves up really big and blowing up, right? An ancient Chinaman, bro. Like that's a whole different realm of movie. I don't even
acid
know.
Trip wrapped
That's
in a Coke dream. Yeah, buddy.
I say we'll leave Top Gun for now. Let's just keep going down.
Yeah,
and get this
I don't because there's other things that will be shuffled because there's something that I will claim that I want to dethrone Zelda. I don't know how it's not
No
going
way.
to, but
It's going to dethrone. Nothing's going to dethrone Zelda. Let me see.
You
Keep going.
You don't control the mouse. just kidding. Just all jokes. All right. Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis, The Fly. I believe this is a remake of a classic. I love this movie, man.
Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis, they did a phenomenal job in this movie. This was
for what it was, too,
visually, psychologically, him breaking the guy's arm in the arm wrestling thing. And their whole chemistry relationship was crazy.
And his mannerisms, like he's the perfect bug. The whole
he's the bug man.
Oh, I love this movie. Trying to invent teleportation, and then at the last second, a fly enters,
messes up your whole world,
combines their DNA, and that last sequence when he's actually
he's molting
skin. I love The Fly. Ooh. I'm not fighting for an S tier category for The Fly, but
top of top of B. No, maybe top of B.
No, you don't think it's an A tier?
You put it over Labyrinth. You put it
not over Labyrinth. I'm thinking nestled in right behind Stand By Me.
Okay, we could do that.
Oh, Castlevania.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know Stand By Me. You're defending Stand By Me. I don't know that. So everything when it comes to that, I'm defending Castlevania. And those Stand By Me and Ferris Bueller was also yours. That's I don't know. Would I rather watch The Fly over Ferris Bueller? Would you rather watch The Fly? Because here's The Fly is great up until the ending. If you don't want to watch him just molt into a nasty creature thing, you know, like is The Fly an easy watch?
Day Off is just a fun. It's just
so we could put it. And again, would you rather watch The Fly over Three Amigos?
No.
So
do you?
No.
But I do believe it deserves A.
It does deserve an A. It's an A tier movie. It's definitely an A tier.
It's an A tier movie. Platoon. Now, out of all the war movies, This one
Famous
kind of
scene.
always. Yeah. Well, yeah. Martin Sheen.
They shoot him down. They're watching him get shot down. Brandon, that was Apocalypse Now.
Oh, I'm thinking of Apocalypse Now.
Thinking of Apocalypse
sorry.
Now.
Platoon
is different.
Platoon is William Dafoe.
Dafoe gets shot up in the cornfield.
All right,
Platoon is great too. That is an A movie, guaranteed A movie, if not on top of B. That is still a great movie. Platoon is a great Vietnam.
It's an A tier movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's an A.
It's above The Fly. I'd rather watch Platoon over The Fly. Yeah. And maybe,
The Fly I've watched more often because it's a Halloween movie that I tend to watch every year. Platoon's just like it's
a real war movie. That's
a
like
real
Saving Private Ryan level stuff going on. What's the last one here?
The guy with the scar. That is Aliens 2, my friend.
Still not going to be better than Zelda. There's not a single thing here is better than Zelda.
Bro,
maybe I'll give you Aliens 2. I'll give you Aliens 2 above Top Gun. But I'm not giving you above Zelda.
Can we gush a little bit on the property before we figure out where we're just going to drop it? This is Aliens 2, bro.
This is the greatest sequel that has ever been made. Oh, no. He's the greatest sequel creator that has ever created a sequel.
I love this movie so much. Hicks is one of my favorite characters of all time.
That is the Alien movie to watch. If someone's like, "Hey, you want to watch an Alien movie?" You're going to put on Aliens. You're never going to put on the first one, and you're never putting on the third one.
You bitch. Like, I love this movie so much. The whole story of trying. They only mostly come out at night. Mostly, like, I love this movie. Poor Newt, killing her off, him and Hicks right away, and the start of the third one. We're not talking about.
You had Vasquez, you had Drake, you had,
the Marines,
dude, you had Bill Paxton. You had Bill Paxton.
Game over, man. Game over. Newton's nailed it.
I love it.
This movie is endlessly quotable. I don't know how this is not at the top of A.
You're not putting it above Zelda. You're not putting it above Zelda.
Comment down below all. Please tell Tom.
I'll put it above Top. I'll put it above Top Gun.
I will put it above. Of course, it's above Top Gun.
Zelda.
If it was A Link to the Past, I would agree with you. I'd be like,
even
of course,
that first Zelda was mythical, bro. You had so many things. You had to run around burning plants to find the secret passage. You had to blow up parts of the wall on the mountain to find the secret tunnels to go get stuff. Zelda was on another level. The room designs, the level designs for its time. There is nothing that could possibly. I would put yes. If this was separated between the categories, yes. I would say it's the equal to Zelda.
No, it's the best of 1986. I'm relinquishing. I didn't move anything.
No way. The best, if I had to say the best, there's no way Zelda's number one. The original NES,
1986.
If there's no, just dude.
That's it.
Like, that's it. That was the first real like RPG kind of game like that, right? You had different weapons, you had different armors, you could wear different stuff.
Was Final Fantasy before?
Final Fantasy, yes, but you didn't walk around the world doing what you were doing there.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
No, it was always a dan.
But I know what you're saying. And you go into
the way you did the puzzles, you had to get the raft to go across the water to get to another level. You had to find the raft first. So, dude. Zelda was even hard. They had booklets. They sold those booklets. They had Nintendo. You had to call the Nintendo hotline to get tricks on where to go. Zelda changed gaming. I'm not saying Aliens changed the Aliens franchise.
Aliens changed blockbusters, changed movies.
Terms 100%, right? 100%. But to throw Aliens 2 above Zelda.
All right. I mean, it just deserves second place of our S tier rating.
Yes, and that's even saying just because I'm gonna always lean more towards games and movies. Like if I would say put more hours, what I would watched Aliens or played Zelda, I would say probably played Zelda.
No.
Oh yeah.
That original Zelda, you said you.
Well, now watched
Aliens
when that game was out, and I was playing it, I put in hours and hours.
We will keep it there, my friend. And now let's skim backwards. Hey, everyone dodged in F tier. We don't have a single body in F tier, so I guess that's
Yeah,
a good
but we
day.
could have put the old man back there because I don't know what movie that is, but we don't want to insult. F tier is like we really know a movie is bad, right? Like
That would be a
the Jean-Claude
garbage
Van
thing,
Damme
like.
movie with what's his name?
Oh, I
Dennis
think I threw
Rodman.
Deck the Halls in there too when we did our
Yes.
Christmas tier rankings. But yeah, everybody dodged a bullet here. Here's our dear tier, everybody. Like, you know, things that we just didn't care about. You let me know along the way if you feel like we want to move any of these things around there, top. But at the back of our D tier category is Alf, and we got Matlock, and then Pretty in Pink. I know a bunch of people are going to say that's crazy for Pretty in Pink being at D, but didn't do anything for me. How about our C tier category, brother man? You happy with that right now? You feel like shifting anybody around?
So far, so good.
We got Pee-wee's Playhouse, a personal favorite of mine. Johnny's Quest, Armed and Dangerous, Karate Kid Part 2, Cobra, Manhunter, Friday the 13th, and Star Trek. You threw Star Trek at the top of the C just to give that a little bit of an honorable mention. And we got our
Because it is
B-tier.
not a bad movie but you don't.
I don't know. I see a modern day. Oh, I know which one this is. I remember this one, like they pluck him out of retirement and stuff when he's an old man, kind of. All right. Yeah, no, Star Trek never did it for me. But we have our B tier rankings right here. Thank you for conceding a few of these to me, right? We got Back to School, Metroid, which we're gonna get blasted for putting that kind of low. Short Circuit, The Golden Child, Little Shop of Horrors, and Crocodile Dundee, rounding out our B tier.
A got stacked this time.
A
got
is-
stacked
A got
more
stacked
than
up.
last time, more than on some of the other ones.
1986 turned out to be a fantastic year, bro. But at the back of A tier, we have The Fly, Platoon,
Beautiful.
Three Amigos, Bubble Bobble,
Bobble
The
Bobble,
Real Ghostbusters,
Yeah, made a
Castlevania,
cartoon.
Stand By Me,
That
Ferris
was-
Bueller's
yep.
Day Off, Labyrinth,
and
Dragon Ball. This is it, bro. This is it right here. This is our S tier, our top cream of the crop. The things that are the best thing that came out of that year as far as games, movies, and TV shows.
that we
as far
feel
as
personal.
we're concerned.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It
Completely biased,
impacting our
y'all.
lives completely.
Comment down below. Tell us how we did.
Biased.
If you saw something we missed, if you think something should have been shuffled around. But here is our S tier ranking, the best of everything that came out that year. We have Highlander rounding out the back. Big Trouble, Little China, the OG Top Gun, Aliens 2, fantastic movie, and the king of 1986, The Legend of Zelda.
So, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Hard work carrying 1986 around after all these years, bro.
Well,
39 years ago? 40 years ago?
We're in
It's crazy,
2026.
bro. 40 years ago. I can't even imagine where the time went. I'm gonna be a 40-year-old man real soon before I know it. I got a couple of months away for that, but thank you for joining me for that tier list. That was an absolute blast. I love doing those.
Oh, yeah.
We did our 1985 last week. Go check that one out. That was a lot of
80s
fun.
are just bangers.
These are gonna be bangers, man. And we got to do one that's like a music tier list. Go check out all the best
Yeah.
albums of the years. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll do a little research on that. But thank you as always, brother man, for joining me. I really always
thank you,
appreciate
sir.
your time. This is always a blast. Hopefully we can get more back into some streaming stuff. I have a new job change going on right now, so I know I've been a little crazy.
Hey,
You're the
man.
dad gamer, and you have your own things going on, and we got to get back on that.
Open on
wild
posters.
buddy. But I'm gonna peace out for a second, like I always do. Let Top know where the people follow him when he watches this stuff on YouTube. Go check out all his bells and whistles. Please, like, subscribe. We thank everybody
do
who
it. Push the
follows all our
buttons.
medias. We really appreciate it. I'll peace out for a second.
Pushing the buttons. Check me out on Twitch at TopGG Gaming TV. Check me out on Instagram at TopGG Gaming and TikTok and the YouTube and all that other bells and whistles and nice stuff there. Thank you, and make sure you click buttons that help us help you. Thank you.
Thank you, brother man. I always appreciate him as always. I am CJ Amato. I am a dark fantasy author. My first book, Dig My Grave, is available on Amazon. I would really love if you check it out. you go to my YouTube channel, you can check out the first chapter of the audiobook. That's up there. But check out my Instagram, my TikTok. Come follow me on all the platforms. You know, we got some cool gaming stuff popping up every now and again. Really always appreciate my brother Top. Let me drag him back in here with me.
We're here. We're doing it,
buddy.
Another one.
Another At Week's
Make
End
sure
in
you
the
guys
books.
like, follow, just like and follow. Just have fun.
Appreciate everybody for joining us.
Man.
You know, come relax with us. It's been a long
That's it.
week, and I enjoy this every time. I appreciate chilling out here with my buddy, with all y'all. Thank you for all your likes, your comments, the support. Honestly, on the socials have been absolutely amazing. Truly love and appreciate all y'all. Love my brother Top. Known this guy since I was a little kid, and to get to share these moments at the end of the week with him really means a lot to me. So. Thank you as always, brother man.
Brother. We're gonna go back to
you.
Warhammer, brother.
Oh God, let's get back into some Warhammer. Let's play some Helldivers, and really can't wait for our Elden Ring co-op. I'm building really hard for that.
Yes.
I want to do this whole split co-op screen, so you can bounce between all of us. Go to At Week's End, check out the split screen version of that. Truly appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you again. Love you as always. Peace out, Top.
See you all on the next one.
Next week. Peace.
Dre and CJ have done their duty. We may never know who these stalwart heroes really are. All we know is that when we need them most, they'll be back before too long at Week's End.